Have you ever wondered how to make trading cards digitally? I am very interested and invested in making my own trading card game, and I've come up with a few methods and uh, a few pieces of software that I like to use, and have developed a system that's working well for me. So I'm just going to show you around a bit. So that's how the cards I make look from a game I did a while ago. Sorry, OBS is always popping up, but yeah, I can't really click through it. That's another card, for example. Um, and I'm gonna show you right now how to make those. So I prepared my framework here in LibreOffice Draw. I just made it using the basic shapes, and as you might be able to see, it's not the finished layout, it's just the frame basically. So you make that, you can do it according to the measurements. So if you want to do poker size, it's 2.5 inches times 3.5 inches. So you just have to adjust so you get like the same size basically. So then you're gonna export it into a JPEG or a PNG file. I'm just gonna put it in here. You can select this and then just put framework test. Let's just put it like this. Here's the export options. That's not important for our needs right now. And then you can go and open a Krita document and of like the same size measurements. I use 1250 times 1750 pixels here at a resolution of 100 dots per inch. So then you can just drag and drop. If we go to the folder here, it's a mess, I know, but we have our JPEG file here, and we can just insert it as a new layer, and then we can go to the move tool, that's right here, and we can just drag it so that the corners match the corners of our file. It doesn't really work right now, I don't know why, but usually you should, let's turn down the opacity a bit. Usually you should be able to snap it in here. It can take a while, but like this, and you're just gonna try to match the corners roughly. It's not that important. And I said, if you see the card in real life, you're not gonna be able to notice if it's like 2 pixels to the left. So now we have our framework done. We can just deselect it and turn back the opacity. It looks a bit messy right now, but that's not important because we can draw over it, and we can just create a new layer on top of it and select any brush you want. That's just for your stylistic what you want. I'm gonna try and do like a very like cartoony style with thick lines and stuff. Not that thick. You can just use the line tool to basically trace it into a more clean representation of what you actually want. We can go around the corner here real quick. So that takes a bit of adjusting. You're just gonna have to like basically draw your framework or your layout. I'm just gonna use this name box as an example. I'm not gonna do the rest. But if we have this, we can go ahead and select it, and then we could put, for example, this color in. We can also do transitions or whatever it's called, like this. Yeah, there's a lot of like room for creativity here. We could also do like a second box inside the box if we go like this, for example. Yes, as you can see, there's a lot of things you can play around with. You could also go for a more hand-drawn vibe and select an ink pen, for example, and just draw some cracks in there, like it's a stone thing or something, like this. Yeah, you could do something like that. My pen just disappeared. Like this. For example, it's just, you can do whatever you want here. It's just for showing that you can basically explore whatever style you want. Then whenever you're ready, obviously you would have to do the entire layout. You don't have to draw an artwork yet. That's for later. But you can go to File, Export, and then I'm just gonna export it as a PNG image. And I'm gonna type layout test. Now, if you make, you're gonna make a new Krita file for each card you make. So, for example, I'm gonna make a new file of the same size. Here you can see it. And then basically you can just drop in your layout for every single card you make. So, if I can find it real quick. It's called, sorry, I forgot what it was called. Where is it? Wait a second. Huh? Can't find it. Sorry. Did I put it in here? You shouldn't do your stuff as messy as I do, but that's maybe something you can learn from me. Don't, like, put your stuff in a order that makes sense. So anyways, you could then just import your layout, whatever. I'm just going to use my finished layout because why not? You can import it into your document, and then you're going to have to do the same thing again. You just pull it so that it matches the edges. And here I have my done layout, and then as you can see, it has no text because that's going to happen afterwards. You can just go on the layer of the thing, auto select it, and then go and edit and cut, and it's going to delete all the white space. So that's basically empty space right now. Then you can go on the layer below, deselect if you want to, and can just start drawing your artwork. I'm not gonna do a whole artwork, but it's kind of scuffed right now. So you could like draw whatever you want. Yeah. And then when you're done, you're gonna export that as a PNG image. I'm gonna put it as 1, 2, 3. And then we can go back in here and make a new file. And we can then go back to our folder and import our done artwork with the layout inside here. And then we can just go on whatever is your stuff for making text boxes, but for me it's F2. And then you can just type Swirly Man, for example, as the title of the card. You're gonna have to like choose a typing font for like your card game that you're gonna always use, and then you can just, you're also gonna have to use a size, font size, but yeah, you can basically just use this. It's like PowerPoint, but I just use it because I get along with it better. You can like change this to this size and then put it to the middle. Wait. Like this. And then you can go like that for the rest of the text as well. And when you're done, you're just gonna export it back. As a PNG image into any of your folders. Where is it? Here. And we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to get the right size for the file again, because in the program you can't really find or choose the size for your actual card, but in this program you can. You're just gonna go back to your old file without text, and then you can insert your file with the text in here, insert it, and then just do the old strategy again of pulling it to the lines. Sorry. And then you can do one final export. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's your final card. For the borders, as you might have seen in my files, I got them with borders, but that depends on your printing service and how you do that. So if you go for the Game Crafter, I'm going to do that in a separate video, or you can just check out the Game Crafter tutorial. But that's just the basics of how I made my cards. And yeah, that's it. Bye.